In this video, I'll show you how to save Eventbrite attendees to Notion automatically. So the idea here is whenever the attendee is going to register for an event into the Eventbrite application, we are going to automatically add the attendee details into the Notion application. And we are going to do that by connecting or integrating Eventbrite and Notion with the help of an automation software. So if you also want to set this automation for yourself, come with me and I will show you the whole process step by step. So this is the Eventbrite's dashboard, and here I have created an event, basically a seminar on growing your business startup, and I want as soon as someone is going to register here, the details of the person should be automatically collected into the Notion, and for that I'll have to build a connection in between these applications, and I'm going to do that with the help of Pabbly Connect. Well, it is an amazing integration and automation software via which you can easily connect to multiple applications and automate your task, and I will also attach this link into my description box for your reference. You can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now, if you are a new user of Pabbly Connect, you will have to sign up for free, where you will also get free tasks every month in your account in order to test these kinds of amazing automation. Well, I am already an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so that is why I'm clicking on sign in, and then I have clicked on access now, and this is how you can reach out to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now, from this particular button, we are going to start creating our automation, our workflow. So I'm going to paste a random name, something like save Eventbrite attendees to Notion. Here I'm also going to add automatically. Okay, now click on this blue button, create, and after that you will find two boxes in front of you. These are actually trigger and action. So trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So whenever this happens, do this. Understand with an example also. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, let's say, send an email via Gmail application, and here according to our use case, whenever someone is going to register for an event into the Eventbrite application, the details should be collected into the Notion application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation, and here I am building an automation in between Notion and Eventbrite, so that is why I have selected these specific application. And here, after selecting the application as a trigger event, I am going to select this whenever someone is going to make a new order. Basically, it will trigger when a new order is placed for a tickets to an event. So you will see how we will be able to get the attendees details. Okay, so click on connect, click on add new connection, and the idea here is we are going to connect Eventbrite with the Pabbly Connect, so that firstly we can capture the attendees details into the Pabbly Connect, and then we are going to send the same details to different application or to the Notion application. All right, so I have provided the permission, authorization is successful, and now the Eventbrite is connected with Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking to select the organization and the event. So the organization name I have kept as the Sonam Rai only, so that is why it is showing that particular name. So I'll go with the same, and whatever the events I have created into my Eventbrite dashboard. So here I have created seminar on growing your business startup and this testing event. So here you can see both of those events are visible here, and I'll go with this seminar on growing your business startup because I want every time someone is going to register for this seminar, the details should be captured. Okay, so now I'll be clicking on this button, save and send test request in front of you, and you can read the instructions that it is waiting for the response. Okay, so once you have clicked over the save and send test request button, do a test submission or record in that application in order to capture the response here. Okay, so it is asking to do a test submission or record, and here the test submission means registering for a specific event. Okay, so right in front of you I'm going to open this particular event, and I'm going to then register as a new attendee for this particular event. Okay, so I'm going to copy this URL and let me open this URL completely into a new tab in some different tab, and here in front of you I'm going to register as an attendee using dummy details. Okay, so clicking on this reserve a spot, and here I am going to add the dummy details in order to register for this particular event. All right, so asking for the first name, last name, email address and confirmation, and this is actually the contact information, and this is actually the general admission, basically the ticket for the event. Okay, so I'm going to provide the details. Alright, so I have provided the details. The name of the person is demo user. Here is the email address, and again as a general admission also I am using the demo user only. Okay, so now I'll be registered for this particular event. Okay, let me tick box this particular checkbox, okay, tick mark this particular checkbox and going to register for this particular event. And as soon as I am going to register here, you will see how the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Here you can see the response is received already, and let me show you the details. So here we have received the webhook ID, the user ID, the endpoint URL, the configuration action, and the API URL. Okay, so we have received these 5 details, but I was looking for the attendee details, basically the name of the person, the email ID of the person, which I can add, which I can keep a record into the Notion. Okay, and currently I have not received such kind of data. So how and from where I am going to fetch this data? Well, don't worry. Did you notice that we have also received this URL? Okay, so here with the help of this order ID, we can actually fetch the further details. Okay, so how you can fetch these details with the help of this order ID? Before your Notion step, you will have to apply one more action step, and here I am going to search for the Eventbrite once again. Okay, so let me search for the same application, and in the action event I'll go with this get. Okay, let me search for this get the attendee by order ID. Okay, clicking on connect, and this time I'm not going with this new connection. I will use the existing connection, basically the connection which I have just made into the previous step. Okay, finally it is asking for the order ID, and I'm not going to manually copy this ID and paste it here. I'm going to map it, and mapping is very simple in Pabbly Connect. You just need to click on this particular field and the above data will be visible here. But here, instead of mapping the whole URL, firstly I'm going to remove this extra data from this particular ID, and then I'm going to map this specific ID. Okay, so how I'm going to remove that? Again, you'll have to click on this plus icon and search for the text formatter. Okay, let me correct the spelling, text formatter. Well, text formatter is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can perform various kind of operations within your text. Okay, so currently I'll go with this text parser. Now click on connect, and it has connected. It is connected, asking for the text. So again, I'm not going to manually copy that data, manually paste that data. I'm going to map it from here. So all right, I have mapped the text, basically the text which I would like to edit. Okay, and I don't want the data before and after, so I'm going to provide the very same details here. So let me copy the data, the initial text. All right, and I'm going to paste the same data here. You can even read the instructions, text match after. Okay, enter the text after which you want to extract the string. Okay, and now it is asking for text match before. So at last I just have a single slash only, so I'm going to add the same. Now finally I'll be clicking on this button save and send test request, and you will see how the rest of the details will be deleted automatically, and this is how I will get this unique ID, basically the order ID. Okay, now with the help of this order ID, I'm going to fetch other details, but when I'm going to click here, I won't be able to see that new data. For that, I'll have to make this connection once again. Okay, so going with the existing connection only, and now when I'll click on this particular field, you will see the above data is visible here. Now finally clicking on this button, and this is how I'm going to fetch the name, the email address, and other details of the attendee. Okay, so let us check the details one by one. Alright, so here you can see I have this demo user, the first name, the last name, and the profile email ID, and we even have received the date. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the Eventbrite and Pabbly Connect connection is working absolutely fine. Now we are going to send the same data to the Notion application, for which in the action step you will have to search for this create a database item. Now you're going to connect. You will have to connect your Notion with the Pabbly Connect. So click on connect with Notion. All right. And since I am already logged in into my Notion software, so it is not asking me for the permission. You just need to select the pages. So here I have created the page with the name. Let me check what is the name of the page. Attendees data. So let me come back to Pabbly Connect and clicking on this button once again, and let me check whether they have that data or not. The page is visible or not. That is attendees data. Alright, so click on this select pages option and make sure that your page should be selected. Okay, so I have the page as attendees data, so let me first tick mark this, and then finally I am going to click on this allow access button. Okay, so this is how you can connect your Notion with the Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking to select the database. Well, I have the database as the attendees data only, so I'll go with the same, asking for the created date, the attendee email, the attendee name, and the content. Okay, so whatever the columns I have specified here, the same column, basically the name, the email, and the created date is visible here. Let me even show you the details. Here we have the attendee name, the attendee email, here we have the created date. Okay, and I don't need to manually copy the above data and paste it here. If you'll click on this particular field, you will find the above data here. Okay, in this particular drop down. Okay, so let me search for that created date. Alright, so here we have the created date which I have mapped successfully, asking for the attendee email. Let me search for this email. Alright, so email ID has got searched automatically, asking for the name. So let me search for the name as well, and here we have the demo and the user as first name and last name. So after mapping the first name, I will provide a space once again, and then I am going to map the last name as well. Okay, so here you can see demo user. Alright, so this is how you can fill this data, and now you will see as soon as I am going to click on this button, these details will be captured via Notion. And here you can even read the instruction that the page content for this page. Okay, note maximum character allowed length is 2000. So how about I add 500 words. Okay, finally I'll be clicking on this button, save and send test request, and wait for the response to be added. And here you can see demo user desk@pabblytools.com, the created date, every detail has been added. Now you must be thinking that why this data is visible at the row number 4th. Okay, why it is not visible at the row number 1st? Because in advance already I have added few of the data, so that is why instead of adding the data into the top row, it has added the data as a new item. Okay, so going to delete it, and let me first delete this particular data as well, and then we are going to click on this button once again, and you will see how the data will be captured via Notion. All right, I'll have to wait, and here you can see this time the data has been added as the first row only. Okay, so demo user desk@pabblytools.com, and here we have the created it. Okay, currently I have captured only 3 details because my purpose is to show you how connections can be made. Okay, but just in case if you want to collect more information, you can customize those things as per your requirement. Okay, so this is how now onwards, as soon as someone is going to register here into the Eventbrite application, the same person, the details will be added automatically into the Notion application. Just in case if you want to access this automation, I will also attach this link into my description box. So if you will click on this particular link and sign up for free into the Pabbly Connect, the same workflow will be cloned into your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues, and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.